Alright, y'all, in this video, I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make a paper piston for your paper engine. And I'm gonna be showing y'all how to fit it into the cylinder and make your cylinder the right size to where you don't have to worry about friction and any of that stuff. So I'm gonna be starting off with the piston. These two right here is for the actual piston. We're gonna start off by creating a circle like the cylinder with this. And let me show y'all what we gonna need. So you're gonna need an X-Acto knife, a piece of paper with grid. I just used this little notebook right here. You're gonna need a ruler, some super glue. This socket right here is 13 millimeters. You might even need a little bit of tape, most likely, just to have everything fit. But the piston should come out at the same diameter as this, or close to it. We will see. But this is what we'll be wrapping the piston around. This is a 7/16, and I'm gonna be using this part right here to start wrapping the piston around. So yeah, let's get started. So first we're gonna start off with 2 by 50, and you want to cut out 2 scripts of that same thing, because I started making my piston like thicker, so it'll really be 2 by 100 at the end. So you want to start with this, and you want to start with your 7/16, and this is how you would do it right there. Now just glue that part. So you want to glue that first square down. And be careful not to get any glue like on the actual socket or under the paper, or it will get stuck on there. Try to get it even as possible. Boom, that's the start. Oh, no, it's not. That's what I didn't want y'all to do. But if that does happen to you, just hurry up and take it off before it dries. We're gonna try again. Boom. Make sure you can move it, and we can. So once you get that part, hold on, because I don't want to glue on my mat. I'd rather glue on the bottom. So once you get that part, take your super glue. You want to just glue the rest of the script, or close to the rest of the script. You can get it to like halfway. And I won't cut anything out, just so y'all can actually see the reality. So then you just want to keep it lined up and glue at the same time. And make sure you don't add too much glue, or it will come out the side, or come like off the side and get on the socket. And as you can see, you want to just keep making sure it's not glued to the actual socket, because once it's glued on there, it's very hard to get off, and you might have to just start all over. All right, I think the glue stopped right there. Now you want to glue the rest of it down. And like I say, don't add too much. Boom, there you go. Make sure that's flat. We can still rotate it. It should look like this, but we're gonna add the second layer now. This the second layer. Now we just gonna put it where we left off at, which would be like right there, and just start gluing right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of glue. It's actually look like a lot. Still, y'all, don't add too much. Boom. Just push it right there. Make sure everything lines up. All right. Boom. You got it on there. Now you want to do the same thing with this script. Just glue it down. And make sure you like glue every space of the paper that's gonna be in contact. Wanna make sure it's even. Make sure it's still moving, it does. Now we're gonna finish gluing the paper. And yeah, this whole piston right here will come out to be 2 by 100. And boom, once you get to the end, just push that part down, make sure it's down as much as possible. Boom. Now you got this part right here. All right, this is another thing you need. I don't think I said that in the beginning, but you will need this. So you're gonna take this socket right here with the tape, match it up with the same diameter as your piston after you make it. So the piston is about 7.719 on there, and look how it goes on there. Then just match this part up with the same thing, so it'll be 719. So now what you want to do is we're gonna start on the cylinder now. Now you want to cut out 5 by 50 and another 5 by 50, so it'll be a total of 5 by 100. So it'll be like just continuing on, same thing like how we did with the piston. So now grab the socket with the tape that matched the same diameter as the piston. And now we about to start on the cylinder, so make sure it's even before you glue it. Start with that very first row or column. Boom. Glue that. I'm just making sure everything even. So boom, you got the start right there. Now you just want to finish gluing it down. And yeah, I'm just trying to show y'all the process without me skipping any like mistakes and everything, so y'all can see the reality of making one. Like, you will get better with it over time. So now what you do is you just make sure it's even. Boom, just keep going. Boom, that's that part. Now you want to finish. Finish gluing this one. Make sure you don't miss no parts of the paper. Get all the way to the end. Now just finish it off. Make sure it's on there all the way. And make sure you can... Dang, can I get it off of here? I hope I can. Oh yeah, I can. It's just on there good. Well, at least it can move. And I can get it off of there. So now that it's off, before I add this second one, I'm gonna make sure the piston fit in there. So yep, and it does too. Look how perfect that was, like smooth. Look like there's like really like no gap in there almost, but it is a little bit, you can see that. But that's okay, that is okay. But now that it fits, we gonna add the second row. All right, we got it back on the socket. We're gonna finish where we left off at, which is right there. So you wanna start by gluing right there by the square. Take this one, just start right there where you left off at, and make sure it's even. All right, so you can push that part down. Start gluing everything. And y'all, this get easier every time you make it. And like I said, this will work for any engine that you plan on making. So if you do need help or a more detailed version of this, just come back to this video. Go this way. And I will do a video on the valve system too. A lot of people need help on that part too. And I will do a video on that. I finished gluing everything. Just make sure everything even while you gluing it. Look like it's starting to not be even a little bit, but I'm trying my best. Don't have to be perfect, but just have it as close as possible. Yeah, that's gonna probably come out a little off, but it's alright. It's close. Alright, so this the cylinder right here. Make sure that's flat on there. Take this thing off. And boom, now you got your piston and cylinder. Just like that. Now we gonna finish making this piston. So I'm gonna start by making the top. Then I'm gonna make the piston pin holder. I'll make the connecting rod and then the pin that goes in there. So I'll start with the top. Alright, so for that part we're gonna be using a 4x24. So just cut that part out, and then you wanna fold every four squares. So it'll be like this. Four, and another 4. Then basically we'll just be stacking all these together to come up with a 4x4, but it's gonna be 6 sheets thick. So I'm gonna glue these together and I'll get back with y'all. Alright, now that we got that part glued, everything, it should look like this, 4x4. So now, since the piston is this diameter right here, we're gonna draw the same circle onto the sheet of paper right there. So I'm gonna get my pen, let's line this up. It don't have to be perfect, but just make sure the whole circle is like on the sheet of paper. I'm gonna just draw it like that. Now you got a circle, and now you just cut that out. Make sure you cut right on the black, like right on the edge of the black line. Like, we gonna see how it fits on the top of the piston. Hold on. Boom. Now it should be like this, and that actually fits good. It don't poke out or nothing on the sides, and that's how you get the top to the piston. Alright, this is the piston pin holder, the part that goes inside of there, and you want to cut out a 6x12, and then start folding it like this, like every 2 squares, so it'll be 2x6. So then fold, just keep folding. Make sure the line's even as possible when you do crease. Now you're just going should be like this. 2x6, and we made it 6 sheets thick. So I'm gonna glue all this, and I'll be back. Alright, so it should look like this. 6x2. So now what you want to do is put a hole right here and put a hole right there, and I'm gonna show y'all how to do that. So just an easy way, just start off with your knife and just do a circular thing right there. I'm gonna do it on this side too. Boom. And just keep doing that until the hole is big enough to where your piston pin can go through it. But I haven't made that part yet, so I'm gonna leave it like this until I make that part. But let me show y'all another thing too. So where you fold at, you wanna fold right there. And this is what I'll do. I'll like cut right there slightly. And then you wanna cut right there too. So I cut that line and that line. And then just fold it like that. And fold the other one like that. And it should be like this. Alright, so this the connecting rod, and I did 20x6. So you'll hold it this way and just start folding every one square. So it'll be like 1x6. And just keep going all the way down till you get to the end. Make sure everything even while you folding it. The more even you can get it, the less problems you'll have at the end. This is actually thicker than what I'll usually do. Like usually I'll make my rods 10 minimum, but you can do anything from 10 to 20. If it's too thick, then you'll kind of have problems. Like different types of problems. So just keep folding. Just basically do that, and then once they're creased, just do it back and forth like that. I'll show y'all how it look when I'm done. Alright, so this is how it should end up looking. And now you just want to glue it all together to where it's like this. So basically a 6x1, 20 sheets thick. Alright y'all, so should end up looking like this. Everything glued down. Now we gotta make a hole at that top, in the middle of the top square, right there, so we can fit the rod through, so we can connect it onto that, so we can connect everything to the piston, so the piston can start moving in the cylinder. So we gonna start with the rod now. Alright, for this rod, I cut out 3x15, and all we do with this is just start to roll it like as small as you can, like small as you can. The thinner you can get it, the smaller you have to make the hole for the connecting rod. So that's good. So this actually look good already. So just keep going. And when you at the end, just like make sure, just keep on rolling it as tight as you can to where you don't really see a circle in the middle, just like that. Then what you want to do is find the end, lift it up about 2 squares almost. Boom. Now you want to glue it. Don't add too much. Just glue that part, the end. Now you just put that back on there. And this is where a lot of glue will get on your fingers for sure, but it's all right. But then just make sure it's on there good. Just keep on rolling it for a few seconds, and it should end up looking like this. There's a little wrinkle in there, but that's good. That's cool. So should end up looking like that. Now we gotta put a hole in the connecting rod right there. So I'm gonna start with my knife. I'm gonna just find the center approximately as close as possible. Then I'm gonna just start doing this till the hole get bigger and bigger and bigger. I'll come back when it gets close to the size of the pin. Alright, so the hole is not quite there, but I'm just rotating back and forth from this side. Oh snap. Just try to keep it even. Just try to keep it even on both sides. So do a little bit on that side. Do a little bit on this side. Try to make sure the hole is like not too close to any edge. And if it's closer to like one side, try to move the circle over a little bit. And I just do this. Keep going back and forth. Let me see if it fits. Not quite. And yeah, y'all, I'm a little more experienced with this, so I know my rod not finna snap no time soon, but this is where a lot of people rods snap during this process. So now you can see it did go through. But I wanted to like swing on it a little bit. It is swinging on there a little bit. It's not that bad. I'm gonna keep it like this since I might not use this piston for anything. So just make sure there's not so much friction when you do that part. And for this part too, we gotta make this fit through there. So I'm gonna do that part. I'll get back with y'all. All right, so we got this the right diameter now. The rod just goes straight through like that. So what you want to do, and if you are making an engine, which I'm not going to be using this piston for anything, you would put another hole right there at the bottom square, just like how you did that one. But I'm going to just leave that one clear. So just put the pin through the connecting rod to attach it to this part. Go ahead and get it like that. Now once it's like this, even it up. Now you just add some glue to the end. Pop right there. Go to the other side, add some glue on the other side. About right there. And boom. Let that dry. Should look like that. Now we gonna add the top of the piston to right there. So to do that part, you want to find the flattest part. So right here, just add a little bit of glue around it. And it's okay if you like have a little bit of glue dripping down the piston skirt a little bit. So just do that. Boom. Now add the top of the piston right there. I might actually make another 1 cylinder with this piston. Just make sure it's even. Make sure it's even, then apply some pressure. Just like that. This actually looks good. Now, you just want to fit this on to there by gluing it. So what I'll do is I'll add glue like all around the edge where the top of the piston and the skirt come in contact, and just add it all around there. And then once I do that, I'll just finish it off in the middle. Boom. Put that back up. Now you just want to fit that in there. About right there. You can add a little bit of pressure. For a few seconds. Then boom. See, now usually you would have another hole on the bottom to connect to the crankshaft, but this is for demonstration purposes only. Or I actually might just end up making an engine. So then you get your cylinder, and this is how it should fit. Like, look at that. Nice. Barely any friction. Like, look. This is how you want it to be right here. So where it can just fall right through. But don't have it too loose at the same time. But this doesn't look loose at all, in my opinion. Like, look, you can barely see through it on the edges. You don't see like no light for real. You can see a little bit, but this is how it should be. And yeah, I hope this helped y'all make a cylinder and piston. See, it should be able to do that just like that. Just perfect. So now everything glued on there. And yeah, like I said, it's for demonstration purposes only. So I hope this helped. Let me know what else y'all need a video on, just to help y'all. I hope this was easy. And yeah, let me know.